So hello and welcome to the Edgeranty Studio on day 2 at Charge 2016, the world's first energy branding conference. And we're actually joined for the first time at the studio by a dynamic duo, so to speak. Marko Kruithof, Director of Innovation, and Leonie, Prins, Senior Comms Advisor at Stedin.
That's correct.
Exactly. So, guys, if you haven't really clocked so much or seen from the other interviews, Stedin have kind of really taken the airwaves at the event. Lots of compliments around the way you guys are thinking. But you know what? I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves and tell us about, you know, the rebrand, the people and innovation focus, and kind of the key drivers for you right now. Marko, do you want to go first?
Of course, thanks. My key driver is, my really insight of the last few years. I did a lot of technical pilots and tryouts in the new ecosystem in energy. I'm an engineer, so that's my drivers. And so I came in contact with a lot of customers. And after that, they had a dream. They had a dream as a community, as a new ecosystem, a new sustainable ecosystem. And when I listen well to them, I think, all right, we got a totally different role. For the last 100 years, I was a little bit arrogant. And a little bit, I was arrogant. I know what was good for the customer. And get them in a bill and not more. Of course, excellent customer minutes lost, excellent performance. But nowadays, the customer wants to produce sustainable energy. And also local used. And when I look to that, the customer in the driver's seat, that asks a totally different role for me. So get rid of the arrogancy, but stand together with the customer, their dreams, and help them. And try to involve to get a partner of our customers. And of course, a lot of people in my company said, Marko is crazy. But the last few years, we got really a change. In the mindset, how we get in contact with our customers, how we can help them. Because when I do nothing, then over 20, 30, 40 years, I'm over, I'm Kodak. And I don't want to be Kodak. I want to be something for the society. And I don't believe in autarky. I believe in communities. Local produced energy, local used energy. And that needs a system, that needs non-discriminatoire system above that for the neighbors. And how can you handle that? And I can supply that. I have the knowledge. I can, the knowledge of everything, not only technical, but also the payments and the system, and how can you do that? So how can I help them in a new role? So I tried to find out with a lot of tryouts and pilots to find my new role. And that's struggling, but it's really a fun journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, I want to loop you in, Leonie, because normally when we have communication staff sat beside, you know, an innovation director, it's usually to keep him in check.
That's impossible.
And it seems for good reason.
No.
Because it seems for good reason as well, because, you know, Marko's clearly got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to say, what's your take on this as well? You know, is this kind of, you know, what are the key insights you're seeing?
Yeah. The transition Marko is talking about, it's huge. And as a DSO, we also have to make that transition as a brand. And that's where I come in. I find it so amazing that we have to make a change. We have to be more aware of the customer and what they want. We're used to being a monopolist. Just do our own thing, and we must go and accelerate the transition, because otherwise we could be slowing down the transition, and that's absolutely not what we want.
The biggest change is our own employees.
Yeah.
So it's not the customer. No, the biggest change is our organization.
Yeah.
And Leonie did a fantastic job about that to understand that.
Yeah. So we need a new DNA. So we had a new brand strategy and defined some new brand values that are key for the employees to use in their work. So we say it's about being clear in what you do, guide the people through the energy market, which is a difficult market. They don't really understand it. Be close, so be more with the people. And then we also translated that in our new brand promise, our payoff. So we say now Stedin for the new energy generation. And I get really excited about that because the DSOs in the Netherlands are used to stay focused on the functional part. We manage the network, we get the grid running, and we asked ourselves, but why? Why are we doing it? And that's the people. We want we want to use the grid like it's working now, very reliable. We want to keep that. It's affordable. But it's when it's all changing, it needs to be for our children and grandchildren as well. So that's what the generation thought is about, and that story we want to carry out more and more. And our employees are the most important in this story. So we focus with branding, mostly on the inside of the company at the moment, and we want to make them feel proud and make them aware of the customer, because a couple of years ago they were only talking about connections, no customers. The word customer didn't exist at Stedin.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah. So and now we have the customer is centric in our company, and we can
And the next step is to be a partner.
Yeah.
And a simple example about that is our customer minutes lost is fantastic. Only 20 minutes a year. We are one of the best performance grids in the world. But when you get in our area a battery, or a Tesla battery or something else, what's scared that we get a power cut? No, so we got totally other questions. Must we be the most reliable grid? Or no, must we the most sustainable grid? Must we supply that people can share energy with each other? I think and I believe we must to provide that and engage the customer that they can share energy, local produced, local used. And that's then be the partner of the customer, but also the brand inside.
I almost feel like you guys should take over and do this interview for me myself.
We just keep talking.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I love the energy. Look, I do want to touch on a few points there. One of the things you mentioned was customer centricity, and especially how you said, aligning the role of the DSO, TSO with, the community energy demands, the changing face of energy. One of the points you mentioned was kind of more on the, the internal side of branding. People are very quick to go up, talk about logos and talking forward, but you need to talk internally. So, Leonie, can I start with you on some of the things you're doing? One of the things here was content. So how are you actually, starting this journey, perhaps internally, maybe even externally with content?
We just started an internal branding program in which we collect stories of our employees, which we want to carry out. We want to share it. Not everybody is aware what Marko's doing or what, and there's so many great stories. So it's more bringing the whole context together and bringing that to the organization, but also outside. And we're very actively with our PR. We have great stories. We also with our new strategy, we claim to have more vision, more want to carry that out more. And so we're very proactive in seeking news partners and try to bring the message that we're not just the grid operator, where nobody cares about.
You are very transparent about our performance. And that's of course scary for our own employees to be transparent.
Because I was about to ask you, right? There is a good and bad side to this.
Of course. But you let the door open for all the media.
And we used to be a brand of energy outages. That's the one thing that got on the media. And I think 10% was positive media attention back in a couple of years ago. And now we switched over. It's more like 60% positive, 40%. Yeah, of course we have to communicate about outages because that's what people want to know. But yeah, we're doing well in also the stories behind everything.
So it's quite interesting because one of the things that Marko kicked off was we're saying, look, I'm proud of our innovation. You know, we're working really hard. We've been working really hard and we're delivering day in, day out. Yeah. So there must be real value in, you know, you're helping build mini brand champions across the companies internally. Yeah. I get that. I'm all for that. But just out of personal curiosity and also my interest in the disruption in the energy sector, I want to touch on your customer engagement or for some people, customer centricity, because apparently customer engagement is dead since Power died or got acquired, whichever way you want to see it. You know, Marko, I'm really intrigued, and maybe you could explain a bit more, you know, your view on the future energy system, you know, energy that's locally produced and consumed, and the DSO's role in being the key enabler. Please. Help me.
I believe really in communities and sharing energy. Do you pay for a kilowatt hour? Yes, nowadays you pay for a kilowatt hour. I believe in the future you don't pay any more for a kilowatt hour. You're gonna pay for a system, a sustainable new ecosystem in your neighborhood. And that's a totally different mindset. Do you pay for your data network on your telephone?
Yeah, I do.
But in a bandbreadth, so
actually true, it's a bundle I pay for.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And that bundle, when you're between that bundle, then you know the price. Why I don't offer you, and of course that's not for tomorrow, but that's the next after, is I offer you a bundle with sustainable energy, local produced, local used, and when you stay between that bundle, you get the same price. Don't pay for a kilowatt hour. And gonna share your energy. When you produce, your roof is fantastic for solar, and your neighbor is not fantastic for solar on the roof. Why you use your roof for the solar for you and for your neighbor? That's another thought. And then you got really back to, because we get individuals. No, the energy world will be a community, also in the energy world.
Wow. Look, it's some really profound stuff there, and I wonder how some of the other CEOs and executives will feel about this. I do want to sort of bring things to a close on that point because I think it's very poignant. In fact, the camera crew are all nodding in behind and probably going to be ringing the energy operators, going, you know, what the hell are you doing with your plans for next year and 40 years from now? Okay, do you guys think this is the model going forward? You know, engineers. Innovators, technologists who act as, you know, your scouts for the communication teams, the guys who go out there and communicate backwards and forwards. So it's no longer communications teams and brand and marketeers going, well, we're going to do this because X. You know, it's kind of a together thing. Yeah. Is that the future? I don't know who. Do you want to start first, Leonie?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. It's about doing it together, being. Always in contact with our customers, and our people have to make it happen. Yeah.
And also other different partners. So also the supplier of the solar, the batteries, and the Tesla car or the other car to combine. I got one of the tryouts. Then are able to charge the car by solar on share roofs, but also decharge the car. Use the battery of the car, also 2 Tesla cars, the only one in the world. I am able to decharge the battery for my grid, or that the man can cook in the evening when we don't have sun. And that's kinds of systems. Then you need not only us, we connect, that's really what we do. We got the knowledge about connect each other. To do that on the right way, I think. But we need more partners and we need involved or engaged or everything of the customer. And we never had to forget that we have to, the dream of the customer, that's our goal. Not more.
I mean, we must add value for them. They can go off grid when storage is more.
The customer pay our salary.
Yeah,
So-
but
Okay.
they could go without our grid. So we need to give them some extra to stay on the grid, so it stays affordable for everybody. Because sustainable energy is now it's pricey. Everybody's talking about it. I can afford a Tesla or some solar panels, but when the people who can afford it would go off grid, then the grid we must maintain becomes really expensive for the other ones who can't.
Exactly.
So we have really a social role in this and keep everybody together.
Sustainable energy for everyone.
Yeah.
So also the housewife with the daughter or son, they couldn't pay. Now for us, they are also accessible to sustainable energy.
Okay. Well, I think that's a brilliant place for us to bring this interview to a close. Probably that's the takeaway point here. Sustainable energy for all, and DSO is playing their role in delivering that dream whilst engaging the consumer. So thank you both, Marko and Leonie.
Welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you as well, and to you thank you as well for tuning into this session. If you'd like to hear more from the transmission and distribution side of the equation, maybe from the branding and marketing side of the equation, or both on the same panel, please check out the other interviews on your screen, and perhaps visit the website for more insights. Thank you.